All right, we interrupt your programming to bring you breaking news this morning. Jurors have reached a verdict in the trial of Noor Salman, the widow of the Pulse nightclub shooter Omar Mateen. We have just learned not guilty on both counts. Noor Salman not guilty on both counts.
You remember her husband shot and killed 49 people in the Pulse nightclub. Now, we know that this jury was out for about 12 hours, 22 minutes over a span of 2 days. Again, a not guilty verdict for Noor Salman that just coming in out of an Orlando courtroom. This is a federal courtroom, so cameras are not allowed inside. However, we have a team of reporters from our sister station in Wesh in the courtroom have been covering this case intensively over the last couple of weeks. 12 jurors, 6 alternates listened to the defense and the prosecution in this case.
And of course, there's been a lot of questions over the last couple of days. Now we're entering day 3 of jury deliberations. The jury came back very quickly this morning with their final verdict. But some of the big questions being answered, those 2 counts, of course, aiding and abetting, which she could have potentially gotten life in prison for that. Also lying to the FBI, she could have potentially gotten 20 years for that second count. But both of those counts found not guilty this morning. So pretty incredible coming out of Orlando.
And I want to tell you what we're doing right now. We're actually monitoring a live shot out of Orlando right outside the courtroom. We're expecting her family, who spoke earlier this morning, to come out. There you see, we're waiting for quite possibly the defense, the prosecution, anyone who was willing to talk to the press to come out. And as soon as that happens, we'll be taking that live. I want to talk a little bit about the jury because, again, those 12 jurors came back with a couple questions over the last couple of days. Some experts weighing in saying that meant that they really felt that they were really going over all of the testimony, but also felt comfortable with the judge. One of the questions they asked on Thursday, they wanted to know what would constitute encouragement and support regarding the charge that Salman aided and abetted Mateen. So that was something they were really going over the last 24 hours.
And then one of the big questions prosecution's trying to put out there right now, Salman started a web of lies, is what the government has been saying for the last couple of weeks. They say that started in the very beginning when the FBI first approached her with questioning, and then that just continued for the weeks after as the investigation unfolded. That's been the government's position throughout all of this trial. As we mentioned, it has been a 3-week trial. We have 6 men, 6 women on this jury pool, and of course the alternates as well. The big question being, what did Noor Salman know leading up to that shooting, and also the day of, the morning of that horrific shooting at Pulse nightclub?
Important to know that Salman did not testify, but there's full of connections to our area in this shooting. Noor Salman actually lived in Fort Pierce. Also, the prosecution stating in their arguments that Salman and her husband actually scouted out City Place as quite possibly a plan for an attack there. Again, we want to repeat over and over again, Noor Salman found not guilty of these 2 charges. But again, this is what the prosecution